Hey everyone, it's Tedley here with I Like to Watch, and this is a special recap episode of the I Love New York Reunion Special. So in this very special episode, yes, VH1 finally granted us everyone's wish. We finally got a reunited episode with New York and some of the best guys from the show. Of course, leading up to the night of, fans were super excited, already tweeting their excitement to see their favorite guys return and the return of the HBIC. I'm so excited for the I Love New York Reunion Special. She's the reason I am so in love with reality television today. I have so much love for New York. Words cannot express how excited I am for the I Love New York Reunion. I need to set my DVR so I don't miss I Love New York Reunited. I Love New York and Flavor of Love were guilty pleasures of mine back in the day. Who is ready for the I Love New York Reunion tonight? Who is still watching the HBIC New York on the I Love New York Reunited? I know my ass is. I love this reality show. She was one of the originals that paved the way for reality TV lane. 13 years since I Love New York premiered on VH1. I'm now in my 40s, enjoying the journey. Stay healthy and fit, my friends. I hope that everyone is enjoying the I Love New York reruns and reunion show tonight. Hashtag Onyx. And if you were tuning in the day of, VH1 did us the kindness of replaying I Love New York Season 1 so everybody could get caught back up again on all the chaos and drama of the show. The reunion episode was just starting with Vivica A. Fox hosting this evening, and she brought out New York, and as her and Sister Patterson were coming out on stage, fans had some mixed reactions about the beginning of the show. Why is Vivica hosting? Whoever did New York's makeup needs to get fired. I can't believe I'm watching this right now. Best part of 2020. Watching this reunited like all is right in the world. Bitch, it's the serve. The fans went crazy online when they got to see Sister Patterson again. I love Sister Patterson. She's so funny. Sister Patterson is all types of crazy. It is so good to see Sister Patterson again. After they brought out Sister Patterson, it was time to bring out the first male suitor from I Love New York, and they brought out Mr. Boston. Fans were so excited and immediately noticed that Mr. Boston has not changed at all since his days on TV. Damn, Boston ain't aged though. Okay, Mr. Boston kinda glowed up. LOL, Mr. Boston still look and talk the same. Mr. Boston jumped straight out of Time Machine. This man has not changed and he's literally dressed exactly the same 13 years later. The next guest they brought out, a huge star, huge on I Love Money Season 1 as well, was Whiteboy, who had gone missing from social media for the longest time, and to the surprise of most of his fans, he now has dreads. Child, why Whiteboy got these dreads? Let me go make a snap. Whiteboy with locks. I know he don't have dreads. Whiteboy's hair. Whiteboy would have dreads. January 2020, November 2020. Alright, the next guest they had up was Taylor Made, winner of I Love New York Season 2 and also on I Love Money Season 2, and he came out with a rap for New York. That rap though. Why is Taylor Made up here rapping? Taylor Made not with the rap. Taylor Made in this rap. Just like with Mr. Boston, fans immediately commented how he has not changed a bit. He looks exactly the same. Taylor Made looks better now than he did back in the day. Taylor Made aged well. But why does Taylor Made look better now than back then? Taylor Made actually still looks good though too. After Taylor Made was reintroduced, it was time for Tiffany to be asked if she felt regret for messing up that relationship, and she said, you know what, yes. At this point in time, I can admit I was the one that messed up the relationship, and fans online were so glad to see this growth in New York, and they were shouting it out. Wow, Tiffany is a whole new person. She took responsibility for her actions. New York definitely grew as a person. New York is now a self-aware queen. And up next to come out was the entertainer who was on I Love New York 2, I Love Money 1 and 2, and Entertainer in the Basement Affair. After Entertainer came out, people were just saying, you know what, all these guys look exactly the same. No one has aged a bit. The Entertainer looks the same too. I mean, these men have not aged. All the guys aged really well. None of these men have aged. Tiffany Pollard is the fountain of youth. Wow, Frank looks the same. These men have aged very well so far. The next person to come out was I Love New York Season 1 winner Tango, and as soon as he came out on the stage, the internet blew up about his look. Tango is definitely stuck in 2007, like come on now. Tango is wearing a 2020 version of what he wore on the show. Tango's outfit is confusing me. Tango still can't dress. I like the beard though. Tango finally put his hat on properly. When it was time for Tango and New York to talk out their issues, the obvious issue was what happened on the Season 1 reunion, where New York was basically confronted about talking shit about Tango's mom. And to this day, in this reunion in 2020, she still denied she talked shit about Tango's mom. New York still isn't taking responsibility for talking about Tango's mom. That's rude as hell. Not Tiffany denying talking shit about Tango's mom. We just watched that episode an hour ago. Tiffany, we just watched you dog out his mom. Okay, girl, you definitely talked about his mom. Tiffany, sis, you did talk about Tango's mother. New York, sis, you did say that shit. I'm sorry, baby, but you did. Now, Tiffany, you did talk shit about his mom. Not them playing the tapes. Plain and big. One of the greatest and most surprising moments of this reunion was right at the end when they brought out Million. Million went home like when one of the first episodes really early on, and he looked great and everything, but he wasn't like one of the big VH1 stars back in the day. So at first I was shocked when they announced he was coming out on stage, but then he had the most important thing to share. Now, as most people have seen on this reunion, after the show, he was framed and sent to jail for like 6 years or a ridiculous amount of time. Finally got out, sued San Francisco and got $13.1 million. Vivica A. Fox will be there to count every dollar. That's fucked up what happened to Million. Glad he was able to tell his story. Wow, I didn't know all of that happened to Million. Oh damn, I didn't know all that happened. Glad Jamal got justice. Jamal's story, please pay attention because this is happening every single day. I'm glad he's doing well, but even that is hard to do. But so what a surprising and wonderful way to end the I Love New York reunion, Reunited, to have this moment to actually talk about something that's really going on in society and to bring it to the light. The actual show itself ends with the greatest thing, of course, Mr. Boston doing a self-lap dance to slow motion. They did not play slow motion by Juvenile for Mr. Boston. Mr. Boston's still shaped like a broom and moves like one. Not slow motion! Y'all quit playing in my face. No, Boston! But that was a surprisingly wonderful note to end on. I thought this reunion was wonderful. It was such a breath of fresh air to have VH1 validate us fans who have been around so long. If you guys liked my reunion vlog recap here, please subscribe. I always do RuPaul's Drag Race vlogs every year. I'm gonna have more reality content coming on. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.